And of course, there are so many youngins joining from one this year. Super excited for them. And of course, there are others who are joining everyone else. Maybe you're going to join campus, and they're super excited to welcome you to hashtag Youth Cafe 2019. We're putting things into perspective. And I'll be your host, Brian Aseli. As we continue, there are two gentlemen. I've already talked to them, and they did their intro. The Liboso brothers in the building. Karibu, man.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for hosting us.
So now we are talking about some of the things that are yet to shape 2019. And of course, we need to start talking about what governs us. Its policies, its laws. And of course, we can't do that without mentioning politics, okay? There's politics and there's government and there's all those terms. But then everyone is talking about succession 2022. Don't you think it's too early to talk about that?
I think, looking at the whole debate and the whole topic, 2019 is such a strategic year for any politician. And that is because, the census, everyone is waiting for that. Everyone is waiting for the numbers. And in this place and in this country, we all know the numbers speak. So everyone is just waiting on that, definitely. So I feel like people say it's too early to start talking about it, but with the census coming up, I think we're going to be hearing more of it till the end of 2022.
Interesting topic you've actually mentioned. The census is going to happen this year. Bill, last time, ulihesabiwa? Did they count? Did they come to your house?
No, I don't think they came to my house and, like they physically counted us, like, 1, 2, 3. I don't know how they did it, but they have their own strategy of, counting people all over the country. Yeah.
And do you believe that there was a ratio that with the results that came out 10 years back, imagine they do it after 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to see how many numbers we have after 10 years. So that is 10 years before now? Sikufanya math, you see? 2009.
Yeah.
So in 2009, they say the ratio of male to female is 1 to 1. Story.
Well, that was back then,
Yeah,
well, we can say that was back then, that was like after doing their own math and stuff. That was back then. But right now, I think the ratio is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I think, it will be interesting because someone tweeted that the Northern Corridor will actually surprise us in this census.
When you say Northern Corridor, what do you mean?
I actually mean about the northern part of this country in Kenya, which is actually been seen as the area that has been neglected in terms of politics, in terms of justice and all these other things that happen over in the Northern Corridor. So someone said this census, the Northern Corridor, is actually one of the places that will actually surprise us. So people who are looking at it, maybe Rift Valley, Western, or even Central, they may be shocked that the Northern Corridor will actually be the place that may be a surprise vote for many in 2022.
Surprise vote in 2022. There are some faces we need to mention.
Definitely.
And of course, we saw the governor of Machakos, that is Governor Mutua, declare that he's going to be vying for a position, and that is the top position, presidency. Do you think he has what it takes to become a leader in this nation?
Well,
Okay, so
I don't want to say much.
So maybe he has a job for you, Governor Mutua. But then there's Kibwana. Why is it that people are pushing him?
I think, like most governors have been camping over at his county, looking at how he's been running his policies. And I think, to have someone who is a leader like that, someone who sits down at the grassroots and talk to the people, definitely many people are seeing him as one of those people who was maybe the torch in this country in the right place. So it will be interesting, I must say. Governor Joe as well has declared is going to
Governor Joe, there is Musalia Mudavadi, who's actually, after the handshake, let's first of all talk about the handshake. After the handshake, do you feel like Musalia Mudavadi gained some superpowers, like he should even feature in a Marvel film or something like that? Because people have started talking about Musalia Mudavadi. Do you think he's going to be like a tough person to face in 2022?
Well,
Just get it when to talk about
I don't want to talk much about that because, it's crazy. Even in the competition in this is very stiff. If you look at like all those people who want to vie for this top seat, it's crazy, You can't touch on this and say this person has these qualities and this person has these qualities, because all of them have different kind of qualities that people, the Kenyan people are really looking at,
William Ruto. Let's talk about William Ruto, who's now Dr. William Samuel Ruto. That guy is very interesting. First of all, people say that your degree wanaishuku. Then he came up with that documentary showing how he studied all through those years. But do you think that he's one person that is actually a force to reckon with in 2022, just speculatively?
Speculatively, definitely. You know, you can't mention 2022 and not mention that name.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what it means, the whole picture of it being the central part giving back unto him, and also looking at the whole Rift Valley push on him to vie. So definitely, people are saying it's time for the central back to answer, the central vote to give back to him. Then the Rift Valley people are also saying, you know, it's our boy. We're going to push him. So there's all that thing that is he a youth? Is he an old man? So definitely,
people don't know if he's young or old.
Yeah.
But who are some of the people like the young people we see? Babu Owino, do you think that in 2022 he'll have matured enough to become president? Because we don't pretty much have young people out there to actually get into this contention and vie for presidency. Do you think that there are enough young people who have the muscle to go into this competition?
I must say,
the competition, vying for presidency.
Yeah. I think for me, I must say that for Babu Owino, it feels like he may be good moving into a governor place. Like I feel like he's not yet fully matured into this kind of president.
Probably even senator?
Probably even a senator. The kind of president I would look onto as my president. But you know, definitely he's one of those people who was a majority say in terms of Nairobi and how people vote. So definitely that's one to watch as well.
There is a young gentleman by the name Cleophas Malala, who's also one of the people who are people are looking at. I've used a lot of people in that statement.
Looking at,
But then, what do you think about him? Do you think he has the muscle? Because right now he's the Senator Kakamega.
Well, I think Pole, you know, gradually, you know, he's rising there, and I can say we are still like we have like, can I say 2 years, or I say 1 year. Of which he still has, you know, that duration of time to, you know, to...
But, you know, even in politics, 2 years is like a night. So it's like a night. The next morning, people are up and they're looking at who's the next person to lead.
Sure.
But for me, I must say, like, what he's been doing with the young people in Western, in Kakamega, as a county, you know, it's commendable.
Yeah, we've seen the Cleophas Malala Super Cup or something
the Super
like
Cup, how he's helping up with the youths over there, you know, changing the perspective of young people over there. So I must say, it's commendable.
The reason why I talked about him is because he was voted in as the youngest senator. By that time, he was only 31 years old, turning 32.
Yeah, but it also gives you a perspective of how a young person can actually bring change to his community.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't matter at what age you're elected, that you can also just bring this amazing impact to your people, to your community, and people can be like, geez, I never thought this guy could do something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Hashtag Youth Cafe, we want to know if... This is a question I'm just throwing at you. Hashtag Youth Cafe, that's what you can use. I'm asking, is it too early? Is it a little bit too early to discuss about the 2022 elections? Because as much as maybe we'd like to throw it off the bar, it's something that you need to consider. We're going to go on a short commercial break, but then there are some things we have to discuss. We have to talk about movies, about music, and of course, we want to make sure that you get to understand the nitty-gritties of it all. The Dapper Twins are here, and of course, you're just seated on your couch waiting for us to come back. Sisi yao.
This is KTN News. A Kenyan dental mom powerful.
I encourage my kids to learn new things, and if they get hurt, I rely on the power of my Dettol's One Capful. To fight germs, it's like my own first aid kit.
My family needs protection from germs. I use the power of Dettol's One Capful to disinfect surfaces and clothes to keep them clean and safe from germs.
I trust the power of Dettol's One Capful for bathing. The power of Dettol's One Capful protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Dettol, Kenya's #1 antiseptic for fighting germs. Become a powerful Kenyan mom with Dettol. Be 100% sure.
We sincerely thank our clients, staff, and all our associates for their overwhelming support in 2018. It is because of you that Citon Investments was recognized as the leading investment manager in the major industry awards. We look forward to serving you even better in 2019. We wish you happy holidays and a happy new year.
This is KTN News.
We are back, and we promise at the same time deliver. And right about now, we're going to delve into the movie scene. I want you to take a look at some of the movies that we're going to be reviewing right now and tell you some of 2 or 3 movies